am RedCyclone! Yeah!
Low down and dirty, boy, you know what I'm about. Stay out my way and keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, cause I'm low down, dirty about this, you heard me. Stay up early to catch the worm. Now you can slip if you wanna, let me get you on that corner. Believe me, you receiving some bodily. Cause I'm
Bentleys and Hummers, caddies for the summer. We from the dirty south, but boy, we ain't selling presidential. Put the juice
Yes, sir.
on
Yes, sir.
No limit
Welcome to another
to
episode of the It Gets Better Real Podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Rick with the mic.
What is going on, world?
I am low down and dirty. I am the Dirty D.
He was such a good character.
It's the best. I didn't remember Dirty D.
Yeah.
But man, he is one of my favorite characters. Why are his gang members dirty? Except for that one guy.
Yeah.
I can't. Anyway, so this week's movie, and you said we're going from the year 2000 to until current,
Yeah.
right? Is Pootie Tang from
Yeah.
2001. So we're gonna have that for our verdict this week.
Yes.
Did anything? I saw. Well, I shouldn't ask. Did anything? So Merc, you showed me some pictures.
Yeah.
You said you went out and about and shopping for figures and stuff. I
Yeah.
see
So I had Tommy with
cool
me.
stuff, right?
So I had
What you got?
Tenacious T with me yesterday. We did some casts. We recorded for Shell Shock and the Morphicast yesterday. So we and not a Trekkie. So stay tuned for those. They're coming. We did Super Sentai, Majin Ranger, which is Mystic Force. We did Book of Boba Fett for Not a Trekkie, and we did a Shoot the Shit episode of Turtles because we haven't done one in a while. Anyway, he never been to Forbidden Planet, so I was like, "Yo, you want before we
Wow.
go to Barcade, you want to check out Forbidden Planet because I know you've never been." He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm down. All right, let's go." So I took him to Forbidden Planet. He fucking loved it. Like he was just like, "Oh, Joel." I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's an." I told him it used to be a bigger store. I remember when the first time I ever been to Forbidden Planet, it was on the opposite side of the street they're in now, and they had a 2-floor store.
Yeah.
Then they moved to the corner of 13th Street, right across the street from the movie theater.
Yes.
I mean, I think they also had 2 floors at one point
Yes, they did.
because they had the
bottom.
anime stuff in like one floor.
Yeah.
I remember even at one point they had video games in there too.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Cause you know what? I bought my Halo there, my Halo Edition Xbox there.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I took him to Forbidden Planet. We went to a little figure hunt then. So we pretty much looking at the figures that they had and stuff. They had some cool stuff. And then my eyes went directly for the Frankenstein monster Raphael, the Turtles monster collaboration. And they had it there for the regular price, the price of it in Target and stuff like that. It was not like more money or anything like that. So I was like, you know what? I'll cancel mine and grab this right now. And I saw it. I fucking fell in love with it. I was like, yeah, I gotta grab that. That's the figure. It's awesome. I'm gonna take more pictures of it, so you could probably get some more clear pictures on my Instagram. I'll post them up later on today. But yeah, it's sick. I know he picked up a Harley Quinn from DC Multiverse McFarlane's from the movie.
Okay. Cool.
And he picked up some T-shirts for his buddy. But yeah, it was a nice experience. We got to go down and stuff like that. I also got one just so while we were recording for the Morphin Cast. I had a big ass door knocked, and which was it ended up being Bebop. And I actually did an unboxing of the thing on the cast, and I got Bebop Super 7, which kind of looks more of the figure. It actually has 2 faces. It has like a really pink face, and it has a brown face that matches his body. Because in the original toys, he had a pink face.
Yeah.
So, he's big, he's heavy, and he looks so dope.
Good.
I'll also take pictures of it. Like the boxes, the Super 7's presentation of the figures are really dope. It comes with a shell box. Turtles are green, the villains are purple, and they have the little logo on the sewer cap that's on the box. It looks really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, those are my pickups. We talked about like the Hasbro stuff, and I kind of calming down on that because they have not been making anything that's worth my interest. I am tired of Mighty Morphin. I'm tired of. I'm mad that there are 4 Rocky figures.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's not good. I don't want Rocky. I want other Rangers over Rocky. Like, I understand you have to do Rocky, but yo, they got Jetty, they got the Metallics, they have he has Zeo, he has they actually are coming out just mainly Mighty Morphin stuff, and I'm losing interest in it because they're not giving me the random Rangers that I like I want RJ. I would like to see RJ be made in a figure. I would like to see Zanaku be made in a figure. I would like to see Daishi from the Jungle Fury, like things like that. I like the obscure characters to be done, but they just keep going to Mighty Morphin, and I'm losing interest in it. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a break from it. I'm gonna let a couple things come out, and then I'll catch up here and there. But the only things I will keep going for is the exclusives.
Understood. The funny thing you mentioned that, because I follow Steve Cartinas, he pointed out the figure, and he said, "Oh man, they're getting better with the head sculpts and each other figure." And I'm like, "Yeah, it actually looks dope." But then for you to say that they keep making Rocky.
Yeah, too many Rockies. Stop that shit. I don't want more Rocky figures. Like, we don't need 4 Steve Cardenas figures. I'm sorry. You're
No.
nice. You follow us.
No.
You give us.
No. Don't be mean. Don't be mean, bro.
I don't need 4 Steve Cardenas figures. He was only 2 Rangers.
Let him have it.
No. If they're gonna do it, do him in the Karate Gi when he fell off the ring. I'll buy that.
Wow, that's me. Oh, come on, man. Damn. It's messed up.
It is a little messed up. I feel a little bad. Sorry, Steve Cardenas. I take that back. No, I don't.
Oh, man. Listen. If I learn anything from him getting a bunch of figures, is that they're slowly getting better at the head sculpt. So go ahead, let them experiment.
They are better.
On him first.
The head sculpts are getting better, but then for every 2 that are good, there's 1 really bad.
Has the female figures have their head sculpts gotten better, or they're still
they're looking better. I think they're looking more like their counterpart.
All right.
So I
I
give credit
remember
there.
they were the worst of the bunch.
Oh yeah, Kimberly still looks. Ugh.
Yeah,
Kimberly is not a pretty figure.
That's a shame.
Yeah, and that's like everyone's crush, and when you get the figure, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, who this?
Like, this is not the same person. Where is she coming
What
from?
season was this from?
You're right. This is not. This. Why are you giving me Susie Q? It's not good. But yeah, they're getting better. Honestly, I'll say my favorite so far, like my top 5, the turtles, the turtle collab is so dope. Like the Power Ranger turtle figures are so amazing looking. They look so dope, and they're really cool looking. And then you have the other ones that look pretty cool is like the Lord Draken Volume 3, which is he has the throne and all the heads on the floor and shit like that. That one's dope. They have I love Shadow Ranger. Shadow Ranger is amazing, and that's actually one of the first waves. Yeah, there's some good ones. There's some good ones up there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna calm down with it a little bit because it is getting to a point that it's just too expensive, and then it's just I'm always having to see when they're coming out because they will be like delayed for 6 months, and then all of a sudden like, oh, you got like 5 pre-orders coming out your money, and I'm like, what the I can't do that shit. You gotta let me know these things.
Yeah, you're right.
So the couple things I kept pre-order is one is that Megazord that's coming out. It looks really dope, so I was like, all right, I'll get that. And I have the last wave that's coming out. The wave, I think is wave 13 with the Dino Fury Ranger. It has Lunar Wolf. It has the Pink Shelby, the Pink Ranger from Dino Charge, and I forgot the last person that's there. I think it's a cog.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it's one
All
of
right.
them. Yeah. So I got those. That'll be it for a bit, and then I'm gonna calm down. My focus is on the turtles, and I kind of gotta save money now because I did pre-order that turtle van. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I gotta save money now.
I got you.
But
Okay.
it is what it is.
Okay.
Any video game? What's new for you?
Well, I beat Elden Ring last week, so
Nice.
that's good. finally. I mean, what is there to say?
So what is life now after Elden Ring?
You just go to New Game Plus. That's it.
Yeah.
You just make the game harder and harder. That's it.
I have there's a meme.
I will say though,
There's
what
a
happened?
meme of like Kermit the Frog that like once you finish a game, you don't know where to go, and you just see him like looking in the rain
Oh,
to what to do next.
you know what's interesting? Those there's a lot of those meme pictures from the starring Kermit.
Yeah.
Wish I watched the show they were from, because I realized some of them were actually that I think that's that Muppet show that came on ABC. I think it was.
Yeah.
And I realized that show was actually really funny.
It was really good. It's on Disney Plus.
Okay, I need to check that
Yeah.
out.
They
I
didn't
missed
get a
that
new
out
season,
entirely.
but the whole season was funny. I actually really I love the Muppets. I always have a big love for the Muppets.
Gotcha.
So-
So yeah, but no, I mean, it's a great game. I can't say I wish more people play it, because it's sold 12 million plus copies.
Yeah.
A lot of people played it,
Yeah.
so that's not anything. I will say though, I think so what that game does usually at the end is you'll get to the last boss and you'll beat it, and then there'll be like another form or something like that.
Yeah.
So in this game, not to spoil what it is, because I won't, but you do fight a boss that story-wise you understand who that is and why they're there, and then when you beat them, something else shows up,
Okay.
and something that was not hinted at all. So that's kind of cool. The experience, like they go all out for the last two fights, I think, and that's probably like for the better. I think is great. Like you hear, I think the number one boss that you hear about is the girl with the red hair.
Yeah.
I think her name is Milena or something like that,
Okay.
because she's the hardest boss in the game. I mean, after beating her, I realized, maybe not. I don't think I had the most difficulty fighting that boss. There was
Okay.
another one. There's this giant guy riding a tiny horse.
Yeah.
That thing was up because there was a patch, and apparently they patched that boss's health down because he had like way too much. I guess they felt.
Yeah.
But I fought the original one, so that thing was a pain in the ass. Lord have mercy. That thing beat the crap out of me. But at the end, I think they went all out, like for the scenery with the music and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
that, the one boss before the actual last thing, I think is probably the best boss fight in any. There's like two other bosses throughout Souls that I hold in very high regard,
Yeah.
and this one's at the top.
Okay.
This one is at that dude is no, I guess it is a guy. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
really, really cool. And it has the trope of that when it's done right, it's amazing, is it uses the theme music and in the boss fight.
Cool.
It uses like a I don't know how you exactly say, like a amped up version of the opening song
Okay.
as like the boss music. So like it's real good. It's real good. If anything, just get to the end of the game just to fight that guy. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
So like, it's worth it. It's fun. It's not like the game wasn't fun along the way.
Yeah.
So that it's not like I'm disappointed or sad, because I can just play New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Which I am.
Good.
Get my butt kicked by stuff that I beat up already. But like the other thing is, when you do beat it and you play New Game Plus,
Yeah.
you can also tell how good or bad your build is,
Okay.
because the game doesn't really scale itself. Because you know how, say if you beat the game, the average level I'd say you would beat this game would probably be in the range of 150 something.
Okay.
Right? Just because of the time wise. It's not even like, oh, I gotta grind.
Yeah.
Naturally playing through Elden Ring, you'll get to that level by the end of it, right?
Yeah.
So that's like what you'll finish it at. And then when you finish it, and if you choose to play New Game Plus, the enemies aren't exactly scaled to that level
Okay.
from the beginning areas. They're So you'll be playing and you'll notice that, oh, I can really just mow through a lot of things that were messing with me in the beginning. But there is a point early on where you'll get tested. You'll get tested and you'll realize, oh, this is New Game Plus, because this thing wasn't this hard last time, or it wasn't hitting this hard, because everything hits hard, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, you'll start to find out just how good of a setup you had going through. And I'm just happy to know I can melt some stuff.
Yeah.
Freaking the I don't know if what color is lightning? Is lightning like in real life? Is it actually blue?
It's like,
or is it like white, or is
whitish.
it gold, or is like what color is it?
I guess it would be like a bluish white, because it's also kind of like fire. You know, when you light a fire in the bottom, the flame is blue.
I got you. Okay,
Kind of like that, and it depends on the air. I'm not a scientist.
All I know is my character has red lightning, and that red lightning be killing everything. That's all I know. I got that Sith lightning.
Oh shit! So, did you send you that video of the dude just walking and killing everything?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. I'm like, oh shit, this dude just walking and just staring at people.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, the things that come out of his eyes. That's actually fire. Yeah, that's actually fire. No, that spell is actually really. That still is actually really strong.
Yeah.
But like, there's some other stuff, and there's this lightning thing that you chant whatever, and then you hold your hand up, and these bolts come out of the sky, like a circle around you, and they spread out, and is kind of messed up when you realize that some spells they're just built different.
Yeah.
Because okay, I'm trying to think of something that you can equate it to, since you don't really play Souls games. Like, all right, here's something that you would know. You know the difference between Akuma's fireball.
Yeah.
You know how regular fireball is like usually the little blue one, or for Akuma, his regular fireball is the little purple one, right?
Yeah.
And it hits you once.
Yeah.
And then Akuma has the red one.
Yeah.
And that one hits you 3 times, right?
Yeah. Same thing with like Ryu's. Ryu's has the fire, and
if he does the EX, you get the fire one. Yeah. So basically, like, there are spells in that game, as they tier up, you start to notice that some spells can do certain things that others can't, even though they're in the same family, or they almost look exactly the same. And so there's some stuff that lightning spell can hit stuff like 6 or 7 times.
Oh, okay.
It is like, it normally you shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be able to do that, but you can. And you just look at it specifically on like larger bosses, and you just look at the health bar, and you're just like, wow, why is it I just did this once, and the bar's gone. All right. So that feels good, because a lot of that stuff in that game be whooping your ass, and it makes you want to put the controller down. So when you get your build right, and you can whoop everything's ass in return, is good.
Yeah.
So yes.
Cool.
So New Game Plus in that game, I say most people should do it, just to get the full circle.
Yeah.
Because for however many hours you played it, everything was poo-pooing on you. Yeah. Now it's time to return the favor. So that's where I'm at with that game.
Like,
I am the tribal chief. Yes.
Yes.
You know, I'm just saying, if there's a mod, if somebody puts a mod, because I'm on VC, if somebody wants to mod in Roman Reigns as a character, go ahead. I'll mod my character.
I'm like, okay, thank you very much. I will support your mod. Yeah. So that's cool. It sounds like a fun game. It sounds like it's gonna be difficult, but it sounds like a fun game. So I'm like actually looking forward to it. I'll pick it up soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just still been on Lego Star Wars. I'm just trying to complete it 100%, because I am neglected for punishment to doing chores of collecting shit all the time. So it's a fun game. Like, if you're a fan of the movies, it goes to the movies really well. Kind of gives you the rundown of the story without having really to watch 3 hours of the movie. They kind of give you a brief, fast version of it and funny version of it. So it's fun. It's probably one of the better Star Wars games they did. Probably one of the best games they've done in a while. I like some of the gameplay from the Force Awakens one a little more, but other than that, it's a fun game.
Gotcha. Okay, good stuff.
And yeah, that's what I've been on. I haven't played anything else beyond that. I downloaded the baseball, but I haven't touched it yet. I downloaded. I played Tunic. That was actually a really cute game. It's kind of like a fox that's like very Zelda-ish. It's on the Game Pass. And it plays a lot like Link's Awakening.
Okay.
It's like a little fox that kind of plays like Zelda, and you kind of go through little dungeons and mazes and shit like that. It's actually a really cute game. I was like, okay. A lot of people were talking about it on it gets better, kind of funny games, and they was like, oh, this is like a very like Zelda-like game, things like that. So I saw it on Game Pass. It's free, and I was like, all right, I'll try it out. And it's fun.
Nice.
It's pretty fun.
Nice.
So check it out. Tunic is be on. I think it's on the Switch as well. So
I have heard about it. Yes.
There's been they're doing a mini documentary series for the Shredder's Revenge. I think the first episode of it.
Yeah, I did see it. With the what are they from? Like French?
Yeah, I think one is from. I think one is Dutch.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so they're the ones doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I think this is part 1 of a 5-part series. So I think by the time we get part 5, we probably get the actual full release date of when it's coming out. I have a feeling this one's coming out in November, and the Cowabunga Collection is coming around like July or August.
All right, cool.
So I think Cowabunga Collection is definitely coming out first, because it already is posted up on like PlayStation Store and all that shit, and the other one is not.
Really? All right.
So I'm thinking that's gonna come first, definitely. And they did say on the thing there is online play. I said this on the cast before. I have 100% of probably the arcades that are online play. The actual arcade games.
Good.
Yeah, so that's coming. I'm excited. I love those games.
I just hope everything is working when they come out, because it's very easy to mess up some of the smaller details of those things. Like I hope they get the multiplayer like solid. That's all.
Me too. Because that's something that we could do like a 4-player stream and shit like that. So that's the reason why I'm actually digging it. I was like, all right, cool. Like, it's something we can actually stream. Like even if you're gone, not here, I can still stream it, kind of thing. So it was actually really cool. But yeah, I definitely knew the arcades were going to be the ones that have the online play.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. It's going to be cool. But yeah, I predict like maybe July, August for Cowabunga Collection. I November, December for Shredder's Revenge.
Gotcha.
And then we got Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, I know. They announced it. It exists. It's real. I didn't play 3, right?
Yeah.
I kind of fell off the bandwagon because it was just too many games.
Yeah.
To keep up with the story, and it's a story-focused game. So I know if you were to go in, and it's kind of messed up, and it's completely their fault.
Yeah.
If I play Kingdom Hearts 1, play Kingdom Hearts 2, and then was to play Kingdom Hearts 3, I would be lost. Because I missed like 17 games in between.
I will burn out by the time I finish 1.
1 wasn't too bad. If you didn't do all the secret stuff, 1 was pretty easy. Like you could get through it pretty fast.
But that's the shit. Like if I'm playing those games, I'm gonna go fucking try to find everything, and that's the problem with me getting into those games.
Yeah, that's true. And not for nothing, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I can't speak for 3.
Yeah. They
did have like cool setups and stuff for secret bosses and things like that. So
they have them in 3 as well. Like they have like the secret bosses. They have like the Hercules, like the Olympian battles and shit like that. They also have like the worlds were cool. I just feel like they did some of the wrong movies, I guess. Like the worlds weren't as interesting as the other ones were.
All right, so you can tell me because I didn't play it. What was new in 3? What worlds were new?
Toy Story, that one wasn't bad. I liked the Toy Story world, and it actually had like kind of like a mech battle thing with it.
All right.
Big Hero 6 was in it. That was actually not bad either. It was like a lot of fast-paced moving and things like that. You had what else I can remember? Hercules. So Olympus and shit like that. You had Hercules. You had Winnie the Pooh. You had Pirates of the Caribbean. You had, I think it was Steamboat Willie. I don't remember, but all I remember is like I got kind of just bored of the game, and I'm maybe like if I honestly put the game on my PS5 right now, I'm probably like probably an hour or maybe 2 hours away from finishing the game, and I just never went back to it. Understood. And there was a lot of easy strategies in that game too, like the Gumby ship. If you make a big ass donut, your ship is like invincible.
Really?
Because the way the gameplay works with them shooting is they shoot for the center and not around it. So basically, if you make a donut, they can't hit you because you're not in center.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that sounds good to get through it. Yeah.
But
okay,
it was one of those things. It was a good game. I didn't I enjoy it, but I was never really into the Kingdom Hearts world. Like I played 1 and 2. I didn't mind them. They were okay, but it was not something I was like I can't, like I was not a diehard for it, I guess.
I was for 2.
Yeah.
Like I was when I saw, because when you beat the first game and you got that secret trailer.
Yeah.
And you did when you did everything in one, you got the secret trailer and you saw I don't even remember who that was. Yeah. I think it was Riku like fighting a bunch of Heartless, and it was like in CG.
Yeah.
That was like the coolest thing I ever seen at the time.
Yeah.
Like they had a just a way that they made some of the things in that game.
Yeah.
Look and feel that it was like, okay, even though it's Disney-ish and Disney inspired for a lot of the realms and things, right? And you were in those worlds, they made a lot of that stuff cool, and at least by the end of 1.
Yeah.
Right. And then so I was super hyped for 2. But then guess what happened when they made 2? Before they put it out, there was like, I think there was another game in between.
Yeah.
A Japanese only release that had like more to do with that part at the end.
Yeah.
And it turns out it wasn't that big of a deal if you didn't play it, but man, you felt like you were missing out.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of that whole thing that they started to do, because that became very popular.
Yeah. Of
putting a half game. And then by the time 2 came out, everybody was hyped for 2. I remember being at Jabstar's house and playing it. I remember his brother was going crazy for it, but I remember even Jabstar liked it. Like a lot of us, but just looking at it like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 2 is dope.
Yeah.
And I think they did well with the combat in 2 and stuff.
Cool.
And again, they had all the cool stuff you expected. They had like the secret boss. It was one of the secret bosses was Sephiroth, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Right. And then they did it again.
Yep.
They did it again, where you finish it, and if you did everything, you kind of got a cool little teaser, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? Like 50 games came out in between, and it's their own fault, because in between the time of 2 and 3, they missed a whole generation.
Yeah.
So it's like they were so concentrated on building the mythos of Kingdom Hearts that they didn't even finish the game in time for the next generation. And at that point, I just gave up.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know there was good games. I think there was a Vita game. I know there was a PSP game, and I know that PSP game is extremely popular. Like with people who are fans of Kingdom Hearts, like they diehards. Yeah, that's one of their favorite games. I think I forgot the name of that one, because there's a character I know, Aqua. There's like the girls, Aqua. There's this big dude that's there. Has like, I forgot their names, but like those characters became very popular.
Oh, okay.
And then I know they tried to fill out Roxas's story in like the DS games. Yeah. And I'm just like, I can't. And then there was the Game Boy Advance game. And it's like, why do I have to buy 7 games? Oh, it's because you won't put the 3rd game out. And so it took all this time, and I gave up. I couldn't care less. So now that there's a 4, I did not play 3.
Yeah.
I've heard middling things about 3. I heard it's okay, right?
It's okay. Yeah. There's nothing like.
So I don't really feel that grab I used to have for the series to want to play 3 though. I just don't.
If it's for the right price, you see it for like $5. Like it's worth. Like it's worth to take a look at it. But.
Yeah, I mean, I might try it on PC. I think it's not broken on PC.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while. I did come out on PC, and I think I heard it was kind of janky.
Yeah.
But I think it's been long enough. I think it's been like a year and a half or something since it came out. So
yeah, about a year and a half. Yeah.
I think it was actually like less than that because I know I think it's on Epic.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe. if there's a sale, I might. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the only thing I'm gonna say is regarding 4, please don't take 7 to 10 years to make the game.
Or 2 generations of consoles.
Because that's what it took. It took 10 years for them to get the game out.
Yeah.
At least 10 years. Like, no, okay, maybe like 7.
Yeah. A lot of people even gave up on it. They're like, yeah, we ain't getting this shit.
I mean, now you see the memes.
Yeah.
You see people saying, oh, great. Now we're going to have to wait 6 years to PlayStation 6, like you said. But they did it to themselves.
Yeah, I've seen the meme of a kid being young, waiting, hearing the announcement, and then see the old person still waiting, and then you see them dead, like the skeleton of him. The game finally comes out.
I mean, but I send it to you, Mark.
Yeah.
I see the fan base. It's a diehard fan base.
Yeah,
And I
100%,
told you, there will be people who will probably die waiting for this game to come out.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, if it takes more than the standard development cycle.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it takes more than 3 to 4 years,
hopefully, maybe
they gonna wait for it. They gonna wait.
Yeah, I am hoping maybe 2 years. I say 2024.
I think it's gonna be 3 to 4 because what I told you, I heard they're not gonna continue to use the current engine.
Yeah.
They're gonna move to 5. If
Yeah.
they move to 5, they're probably gonna do some crazy amount of stuff to it. So I will give them 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Okay.
I will give them 3 to 4.
So about 2024.
Because that's what you want, Mark. Like this is the time. This is what you want. That you want them the PS5 and the Series X are here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The resurgence of PC gaming is here. Like no more of making the games for PS4. Sorry.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna bump it up, and this is gonna be a PS5/Series X/PC exclusive, I mean, they gotta swing for the fences.
Yeah, they do. 100%. I agree. Because right now, like even the big game exclusives, they are coming out on still PS4 and Xbox One because
And
again,
I get it.
people can't get the system, so they
I
have
get
to.
it. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So probably by next year, you're gonna start seeing more like straight PS5 exclusives. Yeah, straight Xbox Series X exclusives.
There's a current release. I'm not sure if you play them, but Gran Turismo 7 came out.
Yeah.
Do you mess with those?
I've played them. I've never been a huge fan of Gran Turismo. I liked it Forza more.
Okay, because my actual the thought I have is I wonder that's always exclusive to the system it debuts on.
Yeah.
So I think that might be in that class.
No,
of
it's on PS4.
It is.
Yeah, there's a version on
What?
PS4. I think the
Wow.
the big differences of the two though will be the load times.
Yeah, but wow, Mark, I didn't know that. That's
It is
ooh.
on PS4.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like even Horizon's on PS4 as well.
Well, that one I can give it the benefit of the doubt because of when it started.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think the last
Because
one
they
is gonna
knew-
be the God of War. I think God of War Ragnarok is gonna be the last like PS4 PS5 thing.
Okay.
And I think next year and the following year they're gonna get more consoles in stores, and I think now they're gonna focus on the next gen.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they start that soon. It is unfortunate with the shortage. It is hella unfortunate.
Yeah.
The pandemic's going on. I understand. But
then again, also
it's kind of weird. It's just like, wow.
Then again, also no one has like a full like 8K anything. Like that's the graphic shit of the new systems. Like no one is using that technology yet, unless you have the money to fucking use it. And I don't even think you're using it. But also it's like well, you have to go with the trend. So basically, like, I honestly, if like Horizon Forbidden West, even on PS4, it looks fantastic. I think the biggest thing that you're noticing between the two games is the load times. Like, there's none in PS5, but there are some on PS4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I understand what happens when you do that and you end up kind of hamstringing what you could do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, there's some things you just can't do because you have to make it work on the old system.
Yeah.
And I think because of what happened now, this is like the longest generation, right?
Yeah, because
it hasn't ended.
Because the lack of the console.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't ended yet.
Yeah.
It was supposed to end like last year. I think the year before. Well, technically, they wanted it to end when the systems debuted. I get that. But usually there's a grace period of about a year, right? So everybody catch up. And since nobody can, here we are. It's still like that.
Cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy, son.
So hopefully by next 2 years.
Hopefully. I just hope it's exclusive. That's right. They didn't say it's exclusive, did they? No, I don't think it's been announced. So I think it might actually be on both. I mean, on all and past gen. So,
Okay.
And also the other thing is that the reason they had showed this at all was it was the 20th anniversary celebration.
Okay.
So Kingdom Hearts has been around for 20 years.
Yeah, 20
It's funny. It only has 3 numbered games, but it has like 20 games in the series.
Yeah, because it has a lot of the Game Boy games and PSP games and a lot of side shit. The 1.5, the 2.8, and all that weird man.
Yeah, 2.8 is real. That's I'm mad that's real, Mark. You saying it sounds like a joke. No, that's the name of the game, 2.8.
Yeah.
They ought to be ashamed of themselves. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now people are sad that Sora has switched out his clown shoes.
No clown shoes.
Because I hear he wears Chucks in the trailer.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting.
He even got big.
Somebody said that they were surprised. They thought he was a Tim's guy.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. Because I'm like, you kind of right. You kind of right.
Like, why are you wearing Sora wearing Tim's?
He
from
was
New York.
He was kind of rocking the mini John Cena. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The baggy shorts with the big shoes. Yeah. Looked like lugs. Could have been Tim's. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh shit, Louis C.K. directed this.
Yes, sir. That's why I knew it was a Louis C.K. movie.
Yeah. I just looked at it.
So if you got anything else, Mark?
No, I said what I needed to say. I got my deliveries and whatnot. So yeah, said everything.
All right, so we can get into the verdict this week, and that is Pootie Tang.
Yes.
2001, rated PG-13. Sarate. And it is an hour and 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Almost, dare I say, almost a perfect movie. It is not too long.
No, it's not too long. The jokes don't get old. I feel like they run the jokes enough that by the time the joke is done, it's good. We're good. This was a fun.
And you have a nice full arc of Pootie Tang and everything. Yeah. It does a good job. So let me get the release date because I am interested about that. So in the U.S., it debuted the 29th of June 2001. There you go. And this movie is directed by Louis C.K. Written by Louis C.K.
Yeah.
It stars Chris Rock, Lance Crowther as Pootie Tang,
As Pootie.
J.B. Smooth as Truckee, Jennifer Coolidge as Irene, Reg E. Cathy as Dirty D,
Yeah.
Robert Vaughn as Dick Lecter, Wanda Sykes as Biggie Shorty. Oh gosh, she's hilarious. Mario Joyner as Lacey, Who else was? Oh yeah, Dave Attell as Frank.
Yeah.
Who else was like the main people we got?
Those are the ones we got. The
those are the
ones,
main
yeah.
characters.
Those are the main ones.
Everybody else was like a little side character. And so I mean, what the hell is even the story of it? The story is Pootie Tang, raised by his parents to be an upstanding young man, was, I guess, he was fairly, I don't even know what you call it, a Casanova as a young boy, is what they start out showing. You know, he was in love with the ladies, and the ladies loved him, even though he was a child.
Yeah.
it literally says that, even though he was a child. And they had the little montage of the women, the grown-ass women, like, oh, Pootie, I can't take you. The lady's throwing his stuff out the window, and it's all children's toys. That just died. And at the end, she goes, oh, Pootie, don't leave. It's ridiculous. And so, whatever he is, he just had this magical, magnetic persona. And he also happens to speak his own type of language. So, as you're going through, even in the very beginning with little Pootie, it's just interesting to see that the world understands him.
Yeah.
And then so we get to, I guess, what makes him into the hero, because again, this is a superhero movie.
Yeah.
So what turns him into a hero is his father, is his mother passes, and his father is attacked at what factory did he work in? Like I think it wasn't a glue factory. It was like a lumber factory or something. He was attacked by a gorilla in a factory. And then you hear in the background the narrator go, because the narrator goes, it was Truckee too. Yeah. Truckee's the narrator for some of the movie.
Yeah.
And he's saying it was only the third time there was a gorilla attack at this factory. And they showed this gorilla just manhandle Chris Rock. It is hilarious. So his father on his deathbed bequeaths him his well, they think it's a magical belt. We find out later it's not, but for all intents and purposes, it's a magical belt.
Yeah.
And his father gives him the belt, and he tells him, you must be just. With the power of this belt, you can whoop any person's ass, but you must not let the ladies come between you and the belt.
Yeah.
And then his father dies. He just drops dead.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, his father's played by Chris Rock, who plays like 17 different characters.
Yeah, he plays a bunch of characters in this movie. It's
so you never really feel bad for Chris Rock being gone, because he's never gone. Because as soon as they go to adult Pootie Tang, he's literally right there as one of Pootie Tang's best friends.
Yeah.
Like, this movie is ridiculous. None of it makes sense. It just doesn't. It's the entire movie feels like a complete non sequitur. But it's just hilarious, dude. The characters they made up for this movie are ridiculous. Dirty D is my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah, I think he was one of my favorites as well.
Why did he have a dirty gang? When the gang came out and the women came out with the dirty dresses, and I'm just like, and the smudges on their face, I'm just like, oh,
and he brought him their dirt from
yeah. And he's a gangster, and Pootie beats him up in the intro.
Yeah.
So we're introduced to Pootie Tang as he beats up gang members in the street, and they get locked up, and Dirty D is one of them, and you see Dirty D's gang member. I guess what is that? The little visitation they have. Yeah. And he's saying, "I hate it here, man. They make me take a shower every day." And you just see them hosing him down and scrubbing him with brushes, and just the pool of brown on the floor because he's so dirty. And he's like, "I hate it." And then his gang member just gives it to the little rock, the little nugget. I thought it was shit. I thought it was shit. But then he says, "Oh, I can't," because he starts rubbing it on his face. And he's like, "Oh, this is that good dirt."
Yeah.
Yo, like this movie is ridiculous from beginning to end, dude. And I think that's like the main thing that carries it
Yeah.
is that it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just
Every character's crazy. Wanda Sykes' character is madly in love with him, and she is desperate to bed him.
Yeah.
And she ends up being like this philosophical, almost like his muse at one point
Yeah.
to get him to go to the country when he's down and out later on. He has like his Superman moment.
Yeah.
He's down and out, so he goes to the Fortress of Solitude, which is the farm,
Yeah.
and he ends up meeting, oh my god, and the desperate sheriff
Yeah.
that pawns the daughter off on him. Oh my god,
The fucking
like
cherry pie love scene.
the cherry pie loves. Yo, that's ridiculous, man. This movie is insane.
This, yeah.
It's insane.
This was, I think this was kind of like, again, when we went to the first list, like Blankman was the one that surprised us the most, or where it went in our list. And I think this is going to be one of those. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I laughed a lot. And the thing, this too, is the fact that as stupid as it was like good stupid. It wasn't just like doing shit for just like hoping to get a laugh. It just had a good balance of everything. And yeah, it was good. I like this movie.
It is. It really is. The soundtrack was good. It had songs by Master P in it. You know what I'm saying? Like
The Dirty
just
D
all
song
types
was
of
fucking hilarious.
Dirty D.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Magic featuring Master P.
Yeah. That shit was funny.
Hold on. I just wanna say the chorus just because I see it here. Low down and dirty boy, you know what I'm about. Stay out my way, keep my name out your mouth, cause I'm low down dirty. I'm low down dirty. About this you heard me. Stay up early to catch the worm. now you can slip if you wanna. Let me catch you on the corner. Believe me, you, cause I'm Dirty D.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's
Yeah.
so dumb. I think this is just one of those movies that's like it's a me type of movie
Yeah.
because it's silly. It has like that heartwarming thing to it. You know what I mean? If you want to see it as a superhero movie that has like a hero's redemption arc and whatnot, because it kind of does. You know,
It did. It had the everything. It had the redemption arc. It had everything. The comeback, the change.
Yeah, it had that's right. And so the main villain was basically the leader of corporate America.
Yeah.
And that was Dick Lecter, played by Robert Vaughn, and he was basically trying to find a way to stop Pootie from being so damn positive, because Pootie's a hood hero, right? Yeah. And you see that corporate America had commercials and billboards and stuff. It was trying to get kids to eat like pork rinds and smoke cigarettes as children, and it just all types of like messed up stuff that it wasn't subtle.
Yeah.
Is what it was. In the real world, they're more subtle about that stuff. In Pootie Tang, there was no subtlety. And so Pootie would have like PSAs telling children to not do drugs or whatever it was he was saying that meant that, because he didn't say it because he spoke Pootie Tang.
Yeah.
And then so finally they get him, they frame him, and then they have the fake Pooties.
Yeah.
They have the fake Pootie Tangs. And it's just dudes, it's messed up because the original one is a dude in black, basically a black face.
Yeah.
he just covered in whatever in makeup. And then when they get to the part where, now this is why I say there's a little bit of Superman, because remember when Superman fought himself?
Yeah.
At the diner.
Yeah.
And then they went to the junkyard and fought and whatnot. It just reminded me of that, except there was no actual showdown with that Pootie because the fake Pootie Tang literally just ran, and so then Dick Lecter, I guess he just calls him out, and it's just a horde, maybe like 100 and something Pootie Tangs come running out of the fast food restaurant, and then there's a fight scene. There's a full like, so I guess the guy's a martial artist and whatnot, which is pretty cool. So it's just Pootie Tang and Biggie Shorty, aka Wanda Sykes, just having a full blown a battle royal.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that, and I didn't expect it. Let's put it that way. It is hilarious, dude. So this movie kind of has everything. It has the comedy, it has action.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a love story, right? It's got the I guess the trickery and the espionage of the corporate the two corporate people, because the girl Irene gets him to sign his name away.
Yeah.
But not really. She just drugs him and like mashes his hand on a paper and I guess signs it, and she's just screaming, he signed it, and immediately the fucking guy, they were in a hotel room somewhere, and the guy Dick Lecter just bursts in, Pootie Tang. He's like, yo, you was waiting the whole time? Damn. All right. So like again, it's a hilarious movie. Like it aged, that's one of those things you don't know how it's gonna age, because 2001.
Yeah.
But like, no, it's a good ass movie. It's a funny ass movie. It is a funny ass movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I appreciate this movie. So what are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I'm doing the same. It's taking both number one spots right now.
Yeah, man.
Pootie Tang is number one.
Pootie Tang.
Of 4.
Sadate.
So right now, our list only contains 5 movies, and the top 5 right now is Pootie Tang number 1, Unbreakable number 2, Josie and the Pussycats number 3, Monkey Bones number 4, and X-Men's number 5. Yeah, both are exactly the same right now.
Mm-hmm.
Our next movie is Ghost World.
I have never heard of this. I don't think I've ever seen a trailer either.
It's with Steve Buscemi. It's kind of it's based on an indie comic. It's kind of a lot of dialogue kind of movie. Scarlett Johansson's in it as well as Dora Birch is in it, I think. So this will be the next week movie.
Gotcha.
We have still tons of movies to go. We're at number 6. So Ghost World's number 6. Following week will be From Hell, and then we have Blade 2 wrapping up. That'll be the end of the beginning of June, beginning of May, and then we have Men in Black 2, Road to Petition, and those will be the first 10 movies of this list.
Yes, sir.
So we got some sequels coming. We got a lot of indie book movies. We got a lot of things coming. Like Sin City's gonna be there and all that. So we got a lot of watching to do. But yeah, Pootie Tang, thank you. That was actually a fun ass movie. I'm happy we watched that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better as Fair podcast. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc.
Yeah.
That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud, and that is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep.
Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, all Mark with the mic. Again, our Spotify is the easiest way to listen to our podcast, and give us a 5-star rating, or we'll find you. Stay tuned, not stay tuned, but definitely check out our other casts. We have 4 monthly casts. We got Gamer Rage, Not a Trekkie, Dollar Cell Shock, and the Get Morphin cast. Those are monthly casts. We should have new episodes sometime in the next couple of weeks, so if you stay tuned for those, for the Sensei's and all that stuff. And then always remember, follow the Jinkies.
'Cause he's hungry.
Peace out. And watch Pootie Tang. It's free on YouTube. You ain't doing shit.
It is free on YouTube. Yeah,
Watch
man.
Pootie Tang.
That's the other part of it. It's free on YouTube. Do it. Just watch it.
Pootie Tang. Everyone's homework is to watch Pootie Tang and give us a report next week.
Just trying to get me up for school, but I'm troublesome. And sneaking up on me ain't cool. I'm the lowest of the low, so don't get close. I'm the scum, the filthiest human being on this earth. I'm all about my cheddar. Play with me never. Respect the dirty kids, what you wanna be better. Low down and dirty, boy, you know what I'm about. Stay out my way and keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, 'cause I'm low down, dirty. About this, you heard me. Stay up early to catch the worm. Now you can slip if you wanna. Let me catch catch you on that corner. Believe me, you receiving some bodily. Cause
Let me tell you something. I'm Dirty D. You women better have my money. You fellas better stay out my way. I'm the hardest and coldest thing on these streets. Boy, I've been doing this since you was swimming in your yeah, heard me?
low down and dirty, boy, you know what I'm about. Stay out my way and keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, cause I'm low down, dirty about this, you heard me. Stay up early to catch the worm. Now you can slip if you wanna, let me catch you on that corner. Believe me, you receiving some bodily. Cause I'm low down and dirty, boy, you know what I'm about. Stay out my way and keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, cause I'm low down, dirty about this, you heard me. Stay up early to catch the worm. Now you can slip if you wanna, let me catch you on that corner. Believe me, you receiving some